What if one trip could completely change your body, your mindset, and your confidence levels? That's exactly what I set out to do when I booked a trip to Phuket, Thailand. A place known for its world-renowned gyms, training, healthy food, healthy living, recovery, and just full of people that are on their own fitness journeys pushing themselves to the max. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is all about healthy living through 4 key pillars: physical fitness, mental and emotional fitness, financial fitness, and spiritual fitness. My goal is to inspire you to build confidence, to take on challenges to change your life. I'll share with you my personal journey, some practical advice, and even some challenges that you can try for yourself. So I chose Fitness Street mainly because I didn't want the typical vacation. I didn't want to be sitting on the beach, drinking pina coladas and Muay Thais, eating the buffet food, never straying away from the resort. I really wanted to meet some new people. I wanted to learn about a culture. I wanted to learn some martial arts, especially from the roots. And I really wanted to challenge myself. I knew that dropping myself into Thailand to learn Muay Thai was going to be one of those ways I could definitely challenge myself. I really wanted to immerse myself in the culture. I wanted to learn something. I wanted to keep up my physical activity, and really Fitness Street just ticked off all those boxes. There's plenty of training facilities there, whether you're there to train Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, other martial arts, or you're just there for some CrossFit or yoga or simply bodybuilding. There's something for all training levels. There's beginner classes, there's intermediate, and there's advanced. They have group classes. So I decided to go with Tiger Muay Thai for my training. We got like housing back here for the fighters. Conditioning. I basically went with them because I've seen a lot of pro fighters go there, whether it's UFC, Bellator, ONE FC, just many different pro fighters from all of those different organizations go there. That being said, they do have classes and programs for all levels. Some people say that it's a little bit more like a commercial gym, and I could definitely see that. After spending a week there and going around a few other gyms, I did notice that there was definitely a big box gym kind of feel to it. I do think it's a great jump off point. Say you're just doing a week, you can get a full grasp of everything that's offered in the area. Got some laundry services, Cheeky Keto. I've heard good things about this thing. Some weed. Get your haircut. We got everything down here. Sell all sorts of stuff at the clinic. Buy some gear. Tiger does offer everything from yoga to jiu-jitsu to kickboxing to group classes and strength and conditioning. There's even the Big Buddha Run, which, I mean, myself, I thought that it would be no problem. Well, I'm partway through the Big Buddha Run. Holy fuck, it's the longest hill I've ever done. But I see some elephants. Whew. But there's something about running 3 miles uphill in the heat of Thailand. It's a little polluted. It was just, the air was very thick. So I made it to the top of the Big Buddha, but it's closed. So that's all we can see right now. Say you plan to stay longer than a week, you could start the week at Tiger Muay Thai, and you could check out Top Team, Phuket Top Team, or Phuket Fight Club. Both gyms were stellar, and I highly recommend checking out all three if you get the time. The vibe on Fitness Street is very communal. Everybody's there to help each other. Everybody's there to beat their own goals, push themselves, push others.
Yeah,
Well,
you're strong, man. You're strong. Who's that?
Okay, I'll give you guys some motivation. I do 5 minutes, so if you don't do, yeah, you guys being a bunch of pussies
It's my
right
first
now.
time.
What are all those muscles for?
Woo! We're not getting cold. Whoa! Whoa! You went right in. What's with all the ice blocks? It's cold. Okay. Happy place, happy place, happy place, happy place, happy place, happy place, happy place. 5 minutes?
Yeah, but it's all breathing. Dude, it's like, cause you gotta keep your nervous system relaxed.
Is that worth the 350? Okay, show us how it's done.
I gotta do it later, but I'll show you guys how I did it.
Again, obviously it's fitness oriented, but there's a huge mental aspect to it too. Yeah, everybody just wants to see each other succeed and just get to the next level. Now, I said it's for all levels, which is true. They have classes for beginners all the way through pro, but I still recommend brushing up a little bit on your basic skills, especially if you're going from Muay Thai. Some of the crew, which is the trainers, their English is a little bit broken, so you're gonna want to know the basic combos, because if they have to explain it to you, then it might be hard for you to understand. Another challenging part that you might find is pacing yourself. Now, when I first got there, I just wanted to do 5 classes that day, but I quickly learned that my body did not want to do 5 classes a day. Well, we just finished our private lesson after the beach boot camp. Fucking exhausted. I could literally just fall over and pass out. I say you could probably get yourself up to doing 5 classes a day, but I'd start off nice and small. Just do maybe 1 or 2 the first day, second day maybe add a class, and so on. By the end of the week, maybe you'll be doing 5 classes a day. I still don't recommend it or encourage it, but if you got it in you, then that's awesome. I did see some pros training while I was there, including a couple of them stayed at my hotel, which was sweet, and I actually got to interact and meet them. That includes Buchecha, Shoeface, we saw Peter Yan, a couple other guys from like Bellator and 1FC. While I didn't really get to train with them, still felt very privileged to see their routine and see the kind of drills and how they practice for a professional MMA fight. What does a typical day on Fitness Street look like? Actually, let me start with my first day on Fitness Street. So I arrived there on a Sunday, and Sunday is very religious in Thailand, so the gyms are actually closed. The receptionist, however, told me that they're going to be doing the big Buddha run on Monday morning and I should sign up. So I asked her what time the big Buddha run was, and she told me it started at 6 a.m. So I got up at 5. Well, it's 4 a.m. Got a run to do up the mountain over there. You might not be able to see it because it's so dark out. Got ready, thought I was going to be a little bit late, so I started jogging my way to the gym. Freaking dark out here. Oh, the roosters are calling now. I'm gonna keep on walking. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm passing roosters and guard dogs and all of this stuff. It's pitch black pretty much, other than the street lights. And I get there just before 6. Hope they're still doing this. It looks like I'm the only one here. but the gym's not even open. There's nobody there. Finally, one of the receptionists comes, probably about like 6:15. Some cleaning ladies come, and I ask what time the big Buddha run is, and they tell me it's at 7:30. So I just use the time to basically practice some drills on the bag, my kicks and punches and whatnot. So yeah, just pay attention to the schedule, read it carefully. There's two sides. Some of it's for Muay Thai and the others for conditioning. That being said, the big Buddha run was really fun, but exhausting, as I mentioned earlier. Again, just the heat, the smog was really bad. Hi. But other than that, it was not bad at all. A more typical day would basically start with getting a protein shake and some fruit, doing a morning class, whether it's just a yoga class or a skills-based class, heading home, getting a rinse off shower. You want to make sure to stay clean there. You don't want to get staph or any kind of infection or anything that's going to keep you off the mats. After that, you get a decent sized lunch, go for probably a 1-to-1 lesson or a private lesson early afternoon. After the private lesson, I would try to do something recovery based, whether it was a steam, sauna, ice bath, sensory deprivation tank, something along those lines. I'd get some rest for usually an hour, just kind of lay in bed, watch something, lay by the pool, take a nice dip or something, and then I'd go back for the evening class. So usually about 3 classes a day. You want to really balance your training and your recovery. Your body might not be used to sweating as much as you will there, so you'll probably want to get some electrolytes as well. They really have everything that you're going to need right on the street. Whether you need electrolytes, you can get it from pretty much all the gyms, 7-Eleven, the pharmacies, even the gear stores I'm sure have it. Speaking of gear, you can also get all of your gear there. It might be a smarter choice than, especially if you plan to buy some stuff, you might end up having too much stuff and having to leave some stuff behind. So what I saw a lot of people doing was they were actually buying all of their gear there. I think it costs roughly like $300 Canadian. I'll put actual prices up here after. But yeah, so people would get their shins, get their gloves, get their hand wraps, get a jock, a mouth guard, some training shorts and a training shirt, all from one of the gear stores, whether it's Fairtex or Tiger or whatever it may be. I highly recommend doing that as opposed to bringing your own gear, because yeah, I had to throw some stuff out when I left Thailand. For accommodation, you have a lot of choices. There's many right on Fitness Street, including like the Blue Hotel and Coco Resort, not Coco Paradiso. That's where I stayed, which was a couple blocks away, but there is a shortcut to get you up there. I found it on my 3rd day. Yeah, Coco Paradiso was a great stay. I definitely recommend that for anybody. They have the poolside cafe, which I thought was fantastic. Never had an issue with the food there. The food was great. The atmosphere was great. The staff was great. Even the gentleman that owned the place, I'll remember his name. No, I won't. Anyways, he was also just stellar. He was very into how your experience was. He wanted to know what he could do for you, how he could help. And it was just an overall great experience. The cost of the hotel for the week was about $700 Canadian. Sorry, I'm doing a tight walk right now. Walking along logs. The training for the week, all inclusive, I believe was $250. And for food, I mean, each meal was between $8 to $15, and that's like a good sized meal, an appetizer, and a protein shake or a coconut or something on the side. When it comes to transportation, most people rent scooters. I believe it's like $5 a day or like $30 for the week or something. It's very reasonable though. I definitely recommend getting the scooter. The only thing I'm gonna say is be careful, because not everybody understands the rules of the road. The rules of the road are different, and not everybody is a great driver. So just be extra careful if you're gonna get yourself a scooter, because it's dangerous. I actually know a couple people that have injured themselves pretty badly in Thailand on scooters, so be warned. So before this trip, I had never been on an airplane longer than 8 hours. So going all the way to Asia from Canada was a big step for me. Not that I'm scared of airplanes, but I'm just uncomfortable being squished with people and just, yeah, wearing the same stuff for so long, and I don't really get a very good sleep either. A little bit broad-shouldered, so I kind of, yeah, it's hard for me to really get comfortable on an airplane. So going on a 13-hour ride to China, and then another, I think 5 hours. I don't know what it was in total. I think it was 11 and 4. I was a little bit grumpy by the end of it. So we finally made it to Thailand. 14 hours on one plane, and then another 6 hours on another plane, and then another 1 hour car ride. It definitely built some mental toughness, just like even the flight across itself, but also like going to a foreign country by yourself. And when you get there, like trying to learn a new martial art and throw yourself in the ring with other people that have flown from other parts of the country just to improve their physical fitness, well, their mental fitness too, I imagine. Yeah, it was definitely a confidence building experience. The next video is probably going to be about trying to find peace and solitude and just find myself. Take a trip to Japan and visit a lot of very spiritual or historic sites. It was actually a really interesting experience. I loved it. If you want to see that, go subscribe, and I'm sure you'll be notified, or hit the bell or whatever they say. But that's it for this video. See you next time.